They are still working on our floor. The floor is dry now and they fixed all the soaked parts, and because part of the living room was affected, they said they would redo the whole living room. Else, the living room will have patch floor. Yeah, you know how if you redo just part of it, that part will be new and shiny and the other part will look old. So yeah, they wanted to do the whole living room. With this kind of work, we need to leave home so we don't match the floors while they are applying several coats of varnish and leaving it to dry in between. Yeah, I think the guy said that he'll apply 3 coats or 4. Yeah, I can't remember. So we were banished from home while the job is going on. Adios, adios, adios. 'We really took some time to relax in this home away from home. Just like a mini holiday, we just ate and lounged all weekend, watched movies. We should do this often. Days later, lo, it's shining, oh, it's shining. Yee. It's like a mirror. When I entered, I even thought the thing was wet. Madre. Oh, it's too raw now. Oh, what's you? That's good. Floor done. The next is the walls. The walls need to be fixed as well. Walls need to be fixed. We just came back from our sojourn outside. Look at our bags are still here. Hey. Come, expert meat pie maker.
You've done it before, right?
Mm-hmm. Each time you make it, you get better now. Practice makes perfect.
Oops. Oh.
All I know is that I'm resting. It's not every time, mommy. You know how to eat meat pie. You need to know how to make meat pie, no?
But if I knew how to make it.
I know you know how to make it, just that
If you want to
today I'm filming you. I'm telling the world that you're the one making it.
Okay.
Where is your sister?
Oh, she's in the living room.
Nearly there, nearly there. Kamsi's meat pie shop. Sour milk, mosto, no strawberries. We are watching Afamefuna, the Nollywood movie that everybody is going crazy about. And we have our own opinion. You know, we are called Igbos. Ndi Igbo kwenu. We have the right to analyze this video. Baby, what do you say? What do you think about the video?
I think it's a very nice video. And it's portraying the world-renowned Igbo apprenticeship scheme.
Nwa Boi film. I don't even know what they meant by that Nwa Boi story. Have you waited?
Yeah.
A Nwa Boi story. Which kind Nwa Boi?
It's a very nice movie. That's right. Unfortunately, the Nwa Boi story is presently is trying to die. I don't know, would I say natural death? Because people are not keen on.
Everybody wants to go to school.
Everybody wants to go to school and get money immediately. Some of
Get money immediately.
No, all this get rich.
Where is the
scheme,
job now?
Not getting money immediately. What I've been reading lately about what all these Nwa Boys are doing to the Oga and what the Ogas are doing to the Nwa Boy, vice versa. So many people don't go for this. But that was the genesis of Igbo
Akuluno and
Igbo
sharing
wealth.
of wealth.
Igbo wealth. I remember in those days, some of my mates that we maybe some self after primary 6, they went for the Nwa Boi something. Before finishing secondary school, when we are looking for admission, some of them have been settled, started their businesses.
Some people say that it's slavery.
It's not slavery.
I saw some things online where people are saying that it's slavery.
What kind of slavery? It's not slavery. The things you learn in this Nwa Boi scheme.
It's not slavery. You know, without this Nwa Boi scheme, a lot of boys would have gone to, like, they would have joined bad gangs and all those things.
The things learn themselves. You can't learn it in the
You learn how to cook. You learn how to run a home. And the people train you more than most people's parents, because all these boys, you know, in Igbo land, mothers spoil their boys. It's known, like in Igbo land. They don't. Most mothers in Igbo land don't send their children, like their male children, on errands. They don't do that. So
no, it makes you to be up and doing.
It makes you to work hard. It's not slavery. I don't see it as slavery.
When we were living in our nature, all those apprentices, they wake up as early as 4-5, wash your gas car, wash madam's car, if they do errands, do chores. Maybe go and fetch water.
Fetch water now. All those boys are living in Awada.
If there's need,
they will fetch water and carry to the 5th floor.
The 5th floor. Many times, so before fill up the tank or drum for madam to
wash clothes.
Wash clothes.
Cook. Some of them cook. Though a lot of madams cook or gas food, but some of them, they learn how to cook. You know, learn a lot of things in this Nwa Boi thing.
Some of them cooks. Like especially in Onitsha, some of those very rich men, you know, that have 4 or 5 decades, sometimes they take the whole of the 5th floor. You know, it's normally like 2 flats. They give 1 flat to the Nwa
Nwa
Boys.
Boi.
That people, just the very rich ones. Maybe some have as many as 10, 5, 6.
Depending on how rich.
On how rich the person is and how many stores he has. Because there are people, you know.
I don't see it as slavery, honestly.
What kind of? It's not
I know
slavery.
that there are outliers. There are some ogas that you serve them for many years. They just cook up one story that the boy stole from them and all that and send them away empty-handed. We've heard of that story. It happens. And then we've heard also about Nwa Bois that you see that what did they call it? Applico. You see that applico that they are doing? Some of them, it's not just applico, they also steal their oga's money and use it and go and rent an apartment safe. So some of them actually stole from their oga.
Most of them, not even some. Most, just say most.
I don't have the statistics.
Some ogas are so rich that they don't know the what would I say
the amount of money
they have. Most of these ogas or rich men have multiple shops now. Some give one shop maybe to one of these apprentices. Look after this, and the guy will be, especially when you are about to be settled towards your last year. Just manage this shop. Some of them said there was a case in a guy from my town. The guy even sent one of them to China. There was one that was sent to South Korea.
Yeah, they will be buying things there and sending.
He stayed in Korea. Like the guy now is now in UK. He was in Korea for many years, just buying goods for the Oga, just shipping. You know, in those days, now maybe you can just remit money. They do the things you want to be done. It's easier now. But in those days, the guy was there buying goods for them.
So, those ones that sell manufactured goods, you need somebody there to oversee the quality of the goods.
These are Nwa Boys who serve very rich men. They make money. Let's
become movie critics now. What do you think about this movie? Did it portray the Nwa Boi system very well?
Yeah, they tried. They tried. I know there are some minor lapses, but they tried generally. It's the story. But I would have preferred to see the end of, instead of ending in a suspense, I would have loved to see what became of Afam after the death of his friend Paul, because he was being accused that he had a hand in his death.
But I thought it's because that Paulo was doing business with those
following some criminals, so at least they would have unraveled that mystery. Maybe it would have ended there. Just for us to have a closure. But generally, I said the film.
There are 2 or 3 things that didn't follow?
The film is.
1.
It's good.
You know when they came to settle somebody, you know that scene where they were about to settle someone. So I thought it was Paul that they were going to settle. It turned out that it was Afam. That really doesn't happen in the apprenticeship system.
And that was
you cannot leave the senior boy and settle no. Yeah. If that senior boy is doing something wrong, you have to send him home. Either you send him home empty-handed or you settle him half and half, like not full settlement, like just give him anyhow money, because just so that you're not like you don't start feeling guilty that after many years of serving you. So once you notice that the boy is bad, because it's a case of bad eggs spoiling the rest. So once you notice that he's really bad, like they ended up telling us, because at that point where Afam was about to be settled, I was surprised. I was like, why is it Afam? This will create bad blood between Afam and Paul, because it doesn't happen really. But let's say in the movie, they somehow made it happen, but it will create bad blood.
In the natural sequence.
You don't do that. You either, if that senior boy is really bad, you send him home, send him away, or settle him, and he will go, so that he wouldn't corrupt the others. And then you settle the one that is good well.
Yeah.
That's how it's done. So I was surprised that Paul was still in the house and they settled Afam, it doesn't happen. Yeah, I've never heard of that.
And that was what created the bad blood. I think because they were trying to make a room for that bad blood between them, because that's the kernel of the film.
But why would they do even that aspect? I don't really like that aspect. I mean, they would have made it in such a way, they don't need a bad blood there. They would have made it in such a way that Paul was settled first, and then he started doing fraudulent business with people, and then his business failed. They could have done it better that way. So to show us that dealing with fraudsters or dealing with scammers is not a good thing. They can use that one as a teaching moment. And then Afam would have
a good point.
That Afam
would have been successful. Maybe then he would be envious of Afam.
That one is enough to create a bad blood. Also, the girl that he would have married went with Afam was another bad blood. If they want, if they wanted to create bad blood.
Going with this your analogy, it would have been better. Yeah. So when Paul squandered his money, maybe because of that, the girl left him
or something like that,
and went to Afam.
There are so many ways.
Afam approached the girl.
Yeah.
So maybe the bad blood will be because why did you take my woman?
Okay, then there was this discussion about paternity fraud. This thing is not paternity fraud. I don't know why these people saw it as paternity fraud. That scene where the girl was with Paul and Paul was talking business, ignored her like instantly. I think that was when it dawned on the girl that Paul doesn't love her or something like that. This man does one. He took her money.
The paternity fraud, what they meant was that because it was Afam that impregnated Paul, that impregnated her.
But the girl is not aware, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't see that as paternity fraud.
In other cultures, apart from we Igbo, even if she's not aware, for the fact that it wasn't Afam that gave her, impregnated her.
No, paternity, I feel that the context
doesn't belong to Afam. But in Igbo culture,
it's Afam that married her officially. So that one is even different.
Trying to portray.
What I'm talking about is the context of paternity fraud as Nigerians see it. This is what Nigerians see as paternity fraud. You are married to someone. Maybe you knew you were pregnant, and then you went and gave it to another person as the person's child. You are aware that this is not bad. In this movie, I don't think that girl was aware that she was pregnant, because I think she literally left Paul's house and went to Afam's house that day.
But
I remember,
as a grown-up, she's supposed. I think the character she played in the movie, they deliberately let it appear as if she was ignorant.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Sense of as mature as she is, she's supposed to be doubtful of who is the actual father.
Anyway, I don't think it was intentional. My own is of all the girls to marry is only this same Polo's friend. Already, you and Polo have bad blood because you were settled you were settled before him. He was the one that actually trained you, like he took you under his wing and all that, and then later that's enough bad blood. If I were Afam, I wouldn't go near that girl, no matter the kind of love I have for the girl.
Admiring the girl right from the day he came.
Also, you know when Paul was blackmailing him, he would have quoted the Igbo culture then of
what?
Afam. We have quoted that Igbo culture for him that after all, he didn't pay her bride price, that he was the one. That's an opportunity to quote the Igbo culture.
No, but quoting the Igbo culture, he was trying to avoid the shame and the what is it called?
Which shame?
The shame now that will the thing will bring to him.
He was paying 10 million. Was it the 10 million that he paid the first one or what?
It's shameful now. Maybe if Paul had gone ahead to fulfill his threat, telling people that he is the one that has the child.
Let him tell now.
And you're claiming the child is your son. It's shameful now. You get as it be. This one is not a question of Igbo culture. It's personal pride. and some people it will make you to hate the woman, that kind of thing. So
that one is different.
what is trying to avoid.
That is actually what would have been a natural thing.
But everybody may not act the same now. The way he loves the girl, and he know it wasn't the girl's fault. So maybe if the girl has gone ahead to sleep with Paul when they were officially married, he would have said, okay, you'll be annoyed.
Okay, let me ask you now. Because when you're trying to portray a movie that is based on tradition, you try as much as possible to do what is realistic.
Yeah, exactly.
In Igbo land, are you trying to tell me that an Igbo man finds out is not... We know that some Igbo men, sometimes, behind the scenes, they plan with their wives. If the man, especially if the man is important, the woman can be getting pregnant outside. Yeah. That's the two of them agree to do that. So that one is different. Yes. But in this case, that this guy found out, somebody saying that, and the way they did it in this movie, the son looks so much like this Paul, the way they did it. So that one alone would have made... I know that his wife, and you can say that it's his wife's gene, because his wife and Paul have the same like color and all that. But that inkling of it's my son, are you trying to tell me that a typical Igbo man will hide his wife? Is that what you're saying? No.
If it will bring shame, or it will make you to hate your wife, you at least you shield her from that shame and infamy. That's the truth.
An Igbo man.
Not an Igbo man. Take this scenario. Two people are coming for a girl's hand in marriage. And maybe he's in love with the other guy more than you. Because some people know, but they still want to marry the girl.
I know it happens.
And both of you are coming at the same time.
I know.
Or let me not use myself as an example.
Why don't you want to use
But two people...
Why don't you want to use yourself as an example?
Do you believe...
Use yourself as an example if it will be easier for you.
Two people can be in love with a girl at the same time.
You even use me as an example.
Two people can be in love with a girl at the same time.
It happens all the time. And all these Omata guys, they do it.
Exactly.
They use money to
And you
woo the
already
girl.
know that, yes, one of them is trying to use money to woo the girl. He already knows that this girl is in love with another man.
But he will use money, I know.
Maybe because of that her boyfriend is not as rich as...
Of course.
And even the parents will be telling her, marry this one that is ready.
Richer.
That your boyfriend is not ready. So both of them will be going at the same time. Maybe because of the rich guy, if he starts doing the traditional rites immediately. Meanwhile, the girl is sleeping with the boyfriend. So if you marry her, there's a possibility that if she gets pregnant within that
period. Is the boys...
It may be the child may belong to the boyfriend.
Okay. A typical Igbo man, what will he do later?
What he will do, he will try to shield it because he was the one that was pressuring the girl
to marry him. Okay.
He will try to avoid, because it's shameful when people, your friends, or how the friends can use it to taunt you. You're not ashamed. You went and collected another man's child. I know it's your right if you don't know, but deliberately going it, because some people even marry women they see that are already pregnant. Have you not heard?
No. Women that are already pregnant, the man will marry the woman.
Yeah.
Knowingly.
There are some do it. Maybe 1 month or 2 months. Maybe if the paternity is still doubtful, or if the person that impregnated the girl is not yet ready.
The situations where I've heard that is when the guy is all these or temples.
No.
They will package a pregnant girl and give to him.
No, I've seen a normal guy. The guy that impregnated the girl was not ready. I was telling her about it. In fact, he was denying, it's not me.
And another guy, another young guy, correct guy, married her.
Married her.
Wow.
So you love the girl, marry, and then you deliver, and the child is seized.
Okay.
Some people's reason are not the same. Many people everybody with his or her sense of reasoning. But somebody like us, or some people like us that are so jealous. No.
You are jealous. You.
Once he enters, he get 2-man share.
See, the thing is that we see these Omata boys, they are in a league of their own. In that once a girl is fine, we see Omata boys, they don't need to use eye see fine girls. Once a girl is fine, they can forgive you all jogging. I'm telling you, that's what I've noticed.
No, now this guy enjoys cardinal sin.
That is why, no, baby, that is why a guy would go to see a girl in school, a girl that he's still wooing, to see the girl in school. He say that's her school boyfriend. He will do fast and be pumping the girl money, pumping money on the girl, pumping. Say that's her school boyfriend that doesn't have money, poor rat. They don't like, that is how they do. But a guy, another guy, like maybe all these guys that went to school, maybe let me give an example. A guy that is working in a bank, once he sees that there's competition, he just leave the girl. But all other guys, they die there. They use their money and collect the girl. That's what they do. They do that a lot.
If they know that they are competitor, they are richer than their competitor.
Of course, it's the money that they will use to play the game now.
Even me seeing a girl that left her boyfriend because of me, I'll be suspicious of the girl. No, this one.
I work for no matter.
No.
I work for no matter.
This one is a fair weather friend.
That if he sees another person tomorrow, she will leave you. Is that your fear?
And that is what they do, because an adventure that her so-called husband or her new husband has a problem in his business, she will just leave him and waka.
Okay. All right, guys. Did you watch the movie? Did you watch Affirmation now? What do you think? Anyway, who's the plaster you? What do you think? What do you think?
I've said my mind.
No, on the YouTube, okay. YouTubers can now.
YouTubers. If you not, go and watch it. It's a nice film. Enjoyable. Not too long like most Nigerian movies.
No, you doesn't have part 1, part 2, part 10.
Yeah. It's good.
Bye bye. See you soon.